Well, thank you everyone for joining us here today in beautiful Banff, Kananaskis. Alberta is a place where people from all over the country and world come just to get a glimpse of this incredible place that we get to call home. Albertans know the value of our Rocky Mountains and the breathtaking landscapes all across our province. I, like many Albertans, am an outdoor enthusiast and an active participant in our tourism economy. The ability to hike, bike, ski, or camp right in our backyard is one of the leading reasons that Alberta is the best place to live, work, and call home. Recognizing this, our United Conservative government invested over $211 million in Budget 2023 to improve and expand the province's recreation opportunities in and access to provincial parks and crown lands. This includes $500,000 to build 900 new campsites across the province and is on top of the millions of dollars we have already invested years prior to build and upgrade trails, upgrade the Cameron Nordic Centre, and improve the park's visitor experience. These are important investments for the millions of people who visit Alberta parks each and every year, including the over 10 million who visited last year. As more people from across Canada and around the world continue to choose to make Alberta their home, these investments will make it easier for all of us to find a much-coveted camping spot on long weekends just like this one. We are also committed to improving and increasing trails, day-use areas, and campgrounds. Just last week, we awarded $240,000 to the Friends of Kananaskis, who referred to the investment as, quote, transformational. And today, I'm so pleased to announce that, if re-elected, your United Conservatives will commit another $5 million for Kananaskis country trail improvements next year. These improvements will mean a better, safer experience for K-Country hikers, whether they are hiking for the afternoon, the day, the weekend, or longer. We know that more and more people are looking for opportunities in Alberta's outdoors. So by investing in improvements and diversifying our offerings, we're also investing in a sustainable future. That's why I'm so pleased to also announce that the UCP will do more than just invest hundreds of millions into our provincial parks and crown lands. Our elected United Conservative government will increase opportunities for you to enjoy your great outdoors. And we will do this by working with our tourism, recreation, and environmental partners to develop a longer-term crown land recreation and conservation strategy that will ensure Alberta families can responsibly enjoy our parks and trails for years and decades to come. Because in the same way that we take great pride in these parks and opportunities today, I know that our children and grandchildren should be given that very same opportunity. So for all our tourism partners, be they businesses or nonprofit organizations, we are letting you know that we want to talk with you and work with you to move forward to build a sustainable path forward. This will build off the work we've already done to increase funding and supports for conservation and protected areas, while recognizing the value of allowing Albertans every opportunity to enjoy their backyard, whether they wish to hike, bike, ski, camp, fish, or kayak. There are those that wish to limit human access to our great outdoors, but as United Conservatives, we know that it is possible to balance environmental preservation with recreation and enjoyment. And today, we are promising Albertans to do just that. Albertans should not need to drive across provincial boundaries to find decent mountain bike or hiking trails. And in the same way that we will develop our Crown Land recreation and conservation strategy, we are also recommitting today to implement a tourism strategy to double the visitors spent in Alberta to $20 billion by 2030. We know that our tourism sector was hit hard by the pandemic. And while it would be easy for us to delay or push back our growth targets, today we are reaffirming our commitments to our industry partners to ensure that tourism and hospitality play a leading role in Alberta's economic future. To do this will require an integrated plan encompassing international air access and product and experience development, both in rural and in urban Alberta, which my colleague will speak to shortly. Tourism is an important part of Alberta's diversified economy, and we will ensure it plays a leading role in our economic future. That's why we've made strategic investments into Travel Alberta and Indigenous Tourism Alberta, because we know that our province has so much to offer to everyone, regardless of the type of experience they're looking for. And growing that is the right decision. Now, we all know that tourism is more than just a beautiful places like here in Banff, Kananaskis, even though I would always argue every day that I do have the most beautiful constituency in the province. And I could talk about it all day, but right now I'd like to invite my colleague Jason Luan for Calgary Foothills to talk about other tourism opportunities in our province and how a re-elected United Conservative government will support growth.
Thank you, Miranda. Alberta's visitor economy employs people in accommodation, food and beverage, recreation and entertainment, transportation, and travel services sectors. It is a key driver for revenue and jobs, with over 250,000 Albertans working in these sectors, providing valuable services to Albertans and visitors alike. And they do excellent work and are an important part of the overall visitor experience. Our economy is growing, it is diversifying, plan to move the economy forward, building on our strengths while pursuing new opportunities in new areas. The UCP's Alberta's job growth and diversification strategy will ensure Alberta's economy continue to grow, create quality jobs, and attract skilled workers and graduates. When we talk about economic growth and diversification, tourism is a big part of that conversation. Tourism matters, not only in the areas like the beautiful Banff Kananaskis, Western Yellowhead, the Rimbey Rocky Mountain House Sundry. It matters in Alberta's rural areas and our cities. That's why the United Conservative Party's investment in tourism are so important. They create long-term economic growth and opportunities for all Albertans. The MOU that we have signed with WestJet in the fall will see Calgary become the Canadian hub, making it easier for visitors to come to our provinces and take part in numerous experiences that are available here. Becoming WestJet's Canadian hub is a game changer for our economy. It demonstrates real economic diversification and will lead to more than 1,000 new direct jobs in Alberta, tens of thousands of secondary jobs, and billions of dollars of economic activity. Candour's new direct flight from Edmonton to Frankfurt opened up the capital region to Jasper and Alberta's beautiful north to European cities. With the new Calgary-based Lynx Air and expansion in Calgary-based Swoop Airline and Edmonton-based Flair Airline, it is easier than ever for visitors across the whole globe come to Alberta. That's real growth in Alberta's aviation industry, one component of the visitor economy that will help us achieve our target. We're committed to its further growth by ensuring that we increase Travel Alberta's air access program by 10 million over the next 5 years to ensure that we improve access to visitors to the global market. And we're supporting further growth by creating 120 more seats in the aviation management program at Mount Royal University, launching the Aviation Skills Grant to help employers train new workers and help ensure that more women can prepare for the career in aviation. And that is in addition to the de Havilland Canada's investment in Calgary region to create its newest aircraft manufacturing campus here in Alberta. Tourism is growing in Alberta. Jobs are being created all over the province. And that's great news for Albertans. The UCP will also fulfill our commitment to expand the LRT to Calgary Airport that will make that has already announced in our last budget, and we will also support the expansion of LRT in Edmonton as well. Because improving transportation infrastructure around the airport doesn't just enhance the experience of travelers, it enables investment in logistics and warehousing. With our trail links to the ports of Prince Rupert and Vancouver, CP's purchase of Kansas City Southern, and our cargo capacity at the airport, there will be thousands more jobs opportunities for Albertans in this sector. The UCP's commitment to working with City of Calgary and the City of Exhibition and Stampede to create world-class arena and event center is another UCP commitment to grow our economy. Calgary is a world-class city. Last year alone, over 6.1 million people visited the city, and the visit level are anticipated to return to their 2019 numbers in 2024. just a few days ago, the list of Canada's 100 best restaurants in 2023 identified 7 Calgary restaurants. And Maclean's list of Canada's top 20 best places to eat include 2 Calgary restaurants. We're home to the Stampede, the greatest outdoor show on earth, which last year nearly returned to its pre-pandemic level for visitors. And Calgary boasts the TELUS Spark Science Center, the Calgary Zoo, Heritage Park, the Lilac Festival, and the Glenbow Museum. We host trade shows and conventions throughout our province, but we're missing a world-class arena and event center that will only make our city an even more attractive destination for musicians and performers, industries, and investors. If re-elected, the UCP will support tourism in Alberta's largest city by working with City of Calgary and the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede to build supportive infrastructure for a world-class arena and entertainment district. The addition of arena and entertainment district will help Calgary attract the biggest performers and more tourists, investors, and business from the globe come to Calgary. By then, our Calgary's hotel, restaurant, shopping, and all other attractions will benefit from such economic prosperity. It is a shame that Rachel Notley and the NDP don't see that. And this is why, I guess, they never know how to grow economy. The only thing they know is taxing you and spend your money. If you want Calgary to have one of the greatest sports arena and entertainment district in North America and revitalize the River District, Stampede Ground, and the downtown area, a re-elected UCP government will get the job done. Rachel Notley and NDP won't. They will kill the deal and move the city backward. We can't afford going back. The UCP government will not only reduce the taxes, but will continue to grow the economy. I can't believe Rachel Notley and NDP announced they're going to increase 38% of corporate taxes, repeat the economic disaster they did in 2015. Folks, we're facing with an important juncture here, and Albertans know who will get the job done, and Albertans can't trust Rachel Notley and NDP on taxes because they need your money to pay their wasteful spending. And that's something Alberta families, Alberta visitors, and the visitor economy cannot afford. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're going to move to Q&A. Candidate Rosin's going to take a lot of the questions as the local MLA. We don't have any questions on the grass here, so we're going to move to the phones. Operator, can you please put through our first caller?
Yes, Jonathan Bradley, Western Standard.
Hello, MLA Rosin. The Alberta NDP has committed to scrapping the Kananaskis Pass if it forms government. Where does the UCP stand on eliminating the Kananaskis Pass?
Well, our government brought in the Kananaskis Pass years ago because we recognized that there is a significant need for investment in our provincial park system, and specifically in Kananaskis. And since then, I am proud of the investments that we've been able to make into Kananaskis. Like I said in my remarks, we've invested over $211 million just this budget into the provincial park network. And specific to the Kananaskis Country region, this has included millions of dollars for trail upgrades and construction, upgrades to the Canmore Nordic Centre, upgrades to William Watson Lodge, the hiring of 20 conservation officers. So at the end of the day, we know that Albertans' primary focus and the number one thing that Albertans need to see is investment in the provincial park system. Last year or 2 years ago, Kananaskis had 1 million more visitors than the busiest national park in the country, which was Banff, which demonstrates just a significant need to support and invest in our parks, and we'll continue to do that as a government.
Thanks, Jonathan. Operator, do we have any other callers or questions on the line?
Stand by 1 moment, please. There appear to be no additional questions at this time.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.